Hello guys, welcome to UPSC Daily Dose YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss 5 questions of our Master Quiz initiative that is for March 24, 2021. Let's get started with the first question. Consider the following statements. The first commercial contact between India and Europe was established after the discovery of sea route via the Cape of Good Hope. The Portuguese under Francis de Almeida introduced a permit system for non-Portuguese ships. Which of the statement given above is correct? Option A, one only. Option B, two only. Option C, both one and two. Option D, neither one nor two. The correct answer is D. Both the statements are incorrect. The commercial contact between India and Europe was very old. The major land route was either through the Oxus Valley or Syria or Egypt. The new sea route via the Cape of Good Hope was discovered by Vasco da Gama in 1498. After that, many European powers came to India. They entered India as traders initially, but later on they indulged in the politics of India and finally established their colonies. Statement 2 is incorrect. The Portuguese under Alfonso de Albuquerque introduced a permit system for other ships and exercised control over the major shipbuilding centers in the region. The policy was also known as the Blue Water Policy. The non-availability of timber in the Gulf and Red Sea regions for shipbuilding also helped the Portuguese in their objective. So, in this map, you are able to see the location like the sea route dominated by the Portuguese. Okay, after the discovery of the Cape of Good Hope, of the new sea route, okay, they dominated the route to India, western coast of India. Okay, here in this is the Persian Gulf region. This is the Red Sea region. The climate of this region does not foster the growing of timber. That's why there were no any kind of activity of shipbuilding. Okay, the Portuguese took advantage of this situation and they dominated and like they eliminated other powers from the rivalry or the trade with India. Okay, let's move to the next question. With reference to the revolt of 1857, which of the following statement is correct? During the revolt, the Bombay and Madras armies remained loyal to the British. Malabar region in the south was one of the north centers of the revolt. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Option A, one only. Option B, two only. Option C, both one and two. Option D, neither one nor two. The correct answer is A. In 1857, Lord Canning passed the General Service Enlistment Act. The act entailed that every unit of the Bengal Army was accountable for serving overseas if asked to do so. It was one of the reasons for the revolt of Indian soldiers. Okay, serving overseas means crossing the sea, which meant loss of caste. So during those days, it was crossing the seas or going to any other country from India was considered as a sin by the Indian people. Okay. In the revolt, the lower caste did not show any active sympathy for the rebellions. The Bombay and Madras army had recruits from the lower caste, so they remained loyal to the British government. Thus, the statement 1 is correct. The statement 2 is incorrect. The 1857 revolt had a limited territorial outreach. The main areas were Western Bihar, Awadh, Rohilakand, Delhi, and the territory between Chambal and the Narmada. Here, you must be knowing that Narmada divides the southern India from northern India. So, beyond Narmada, the part that is South India was very less impacted by the revolt. Here, this is the list of places of revolt, Indian leaders, and the official who suppressed the revolt. Okay, Delhi was led by Bahadur Shah II, and John Nicholson was the British official who suppressed the revolt. So you have to remember this list for the prelims point of view. Okay. The next question, with reference to the history of medieval India, the terms Tulguma and Araba were related to option A, methods of raising money for royal and governmental expenses. Option B, land grants made to military officers. Option C, water wheel used in the irrigation of land. Option D, battlefield tactics. So here the correct answer is D. Tulguma and Araba were two military tactics used by Babur in the First Battle of Panipat. The First Battle of Panipat was fought between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi in 1526. Tulguma is a tactic aimed at dividing the whole army into small units like left, right, center, okay, and placing them on the flanks, okay. Araba means cards that were placed in large numbers in rows facing the enemy. So the second method that was Araba was used to hide the weapons, okay. Also during this war, Babur used the matchlock technology. Matchlock is a device that is used for igniting gunpowder. Okay, by using those means, Babur was able to defeat Ibrahim Lodi. So during that time, Ibrahim Lodi was the last leader, last king of Delhi, the Lodi dynasty at Delhi. Okay, he was very cruel to his people, and so the people did not like him at all. Daulat Khan Lodi was the then governor of Punjab. Daulat Khan Lodi invited the Mughal ruler Babur to invade India. Thus, the first battle of Panipat came into light. Okay. The next question is, consider the following events: execution of Khudiram Bose, establishment of Mitra Mela, establishment of Anusilan Samiti. Which of the following is the correct chronological sequence of the above event? We have four options A, B, C, D. First include 1, 2, and 3. Second, 2, 3, and 1. Option third, 3, 2, and 1. And option D, 2, 1, and 3. So these are the sequence we have to find out the correct sequence of the above event. The correct answer is B. The first event was the establishment of Mitra Mela. Mitra Mela was established by Binayak Savarkar and his brother Ganesh Savarkar. Okay, it was a secret society established in 1899. Mitra Mela was later on merged with Abhinav Bharat. Abhinav Bharat was also a secret society. It was established after the Majinish Young Italy movement. Okay. The second event was the establishment of Anusilan Samiti. Anusilan Samiti was the first revolutionary group in Medinapur and Kolkata under Jinendranath Basu, established in 1902. The third event was the execution of Khudiram Bose. It took place on July 13, 1908. Khudiram Bose was sentenced to death for his role in the Muzaffarpur conspiracy case along with Prafulla Shaki. Here I have some information about Khudiram Bose. Bose was born in 1889 at a small village in Medinapur district of Bengal. From his childhood years, he was drawn towards revolutionary activities, being inspired by a series of public lectures given by Sri Aurobindo and Sister Nivedita. Aurobindo, who was one of the revolutionary leaders of that time. He actively participated in the protest against the partition of Bengal. At the age of 15, Bose joined the Anusilan Samiti. So we have already discussed that Anusilan Samiti was established before the like it took place before Khudiram Bose execution. Okay, within a year he learned how to make bombs and would plant them in front of the police station. So Bose and Prafulla Shaki were assigned. Prafulla Shaki was one of the friends of Khudiram Bose. Both were assigned the tasks to assassinating the district magistrate of Muzaffarpur, named Kingsford. Kingsford was the district magistrate of Muzaffarpur. Okay, Muzaffarpur was within the Bihar province at that time. Okay, on April 30th, 1908, Bose threw a bomb on a carriage which he suspected was carrying Kingsford, but unfortunately, Kingsford was not inside the carriage. Okay, guys, so that was all for today. Oh, I have another questions for you guys. That is the fifth question. Okay. Uh, which of the following give the title Sardar to Vallabhbhai Patel? We have four options. Option A, Mahatma Gandhi. Option B, Women of Bardoli. Option C, All India Kisan Congress Sabha. Option D, Gujarat, Gujarat Sabha. Okay. Here the correct answer is B. In 1928, the farmers of Bardoli faced a massive hike, tax hike, and the government seized their lands in retaliation when the farmers were unable to pay the heavy taxes. So, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel negotiated with the British government for the farmers, and the lands were returned after the negotiation. Okay, during this Satyagraha, Bardoli Satyagraha, the women of Bardoli gave him the title of Sardar. Sardar means the leader. Also, in 1918, Vallabhbhai Patel led the no tax campaign for the farmers of Khera district of Gujarat. So you have to remember and distinguish the both the events with the live events of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Both events are very important. Also, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was one of the foremost, freedom fighters, and he was the first Home Minister of independent India and the first Deputy Prime Minister of the new government. Okay, he played a crucial role in integrating the princely state to Indian Federation. So, guys, that was for today. Thank you so much.